obviously, I love the game of basketball. Um, I mean, it's just more question you have to ask me in order for me to tell you about myself. I just can't give you the whole spiel. I don't even know where you're sitting
So there you
at. Ask something.
Sorry, next.
Right. Kawhi, Paul Jones, the Raptors broadcast crew, what were your initial thoughts when you heard you'd been traded to Toronto?
Excited, knowing I'm coming to a great city that loves basketball, great organization, and I'm happy that Danny was coming with me as well.
Mike?
Well, Michael Grange from Sportsnet. You got me?
You heard that laugh too.
I mean, you played your whole career for Greg Popovich in the Western Conference. What are you personally curious about or excited about when it comes to changing teams, changing conferences, changing coaches? It's a lot of new stuff.
Like I said, I'm excited about the city, knowing that they're a basketball city. Their fans come out, show a lot of energy, and just be able to get on the next journey.
You're over there.
Vivek Jacob, Raptors Republic. Kawhi and Danny, what excites you the most about this roster, about the guys that are already on there?
Ah, included me. Okay. I was wondering if I was gonna get to talk today. You know what I'm saying? The roster. I'll take this one since Kawhi took the others. I'm excited about playing with a lot of young guys. For the last couple of years in San Antonio, we've had a very mature group. I won't call them old, but we had some older guys with experience. But it's a different role for me, being the vet in the locker room, and the oldest guys like me, Kyle, CJ. We're in our young 30s, but I'm excited to play with a younger group of guys, get up and down, faster pace, and also be able to play with another passing big and Valanciunas. So, but we're a very deep team, a lot of threats, a lot of good pieces, and I'm excited to see how everybody fits in and how well we can play together.
And you personally, you talked about not really being healthy last year. How are you feeling coming into this season?
Feeling pretty good right now. The training staff has done a wonderful job with helping me get to where I'm at right now. We're going to stay on top of it, continue to stick to the process of keeping the body right. That's the biggest key for the whole season, and hopefully I can sustain that and play a healthy season all year.
Eric?
Eric Corrine, The Athletic. Welcome to both Kawhi and Danny. Kawhi, where are you at physically, and what was your work like this summer as you progress towards full health?
Right now, I'm feeling great. I'm ready to play basketball. Throughout the summer, worked on my body, took it step by step, just getting fully healthy, getting ready to make this extra step this season.
Kawhi, Tom Horsborn with the San Antonio Express News. What specifically went wrong for you in San Antonio, and did you lose faith with the medical staff, and are you disappointed, or do you have any regrets about what happened?
I have no regrets, but I want to focus on this team, this journey that we have in front of us today, and just stay in the present time and not look back.
What's up, Tom? How you doing, man? You knew that was coming.
Right.
I have a question, Bruce, out there.
Bruce Arthur, Toronto Star here in the back row for Kawhi. Every superstar in this league has a set of goals in terms of how they want their career and life to look, and what they want to accomplish it. What do you want out of your career?
That crazy laugh.
Just to be able to be healthy. I mean, that's my number one goal. Play a long, healthy, career. Able to be dominant wherever I land, and that's about it. I want to win championships, getting those record books.
Danielle?
Danielle, City News at the back here. Kawhi, have you had a chance to talk to some of your new teammates, and what have they told you about the city and playing in Toronto?
I got to talk to a few of them. You know, they just said Toronto is a great city, beautiful, a lot to do outside of basketball with your family. And, you know, they're just excited for the season as well. That's what we all are. We have opportunity, like I was saying before. And, you know, we're ready to get started.
Perhaps why you can address whether or not you want to play here and whether you think you can make a home here in Toronto.
I want to play here. You know, as long as I have on a jersey, I want to play basketball. I came here with an open mind. You know, I want to do great things. I'm going to make sure that, you know, I put my all effort on the court each and every night. And, you know, by winning games, this is how you know, get star caliber players to want to come here and play.
Yeah, this is about as much excitement you're going to get out of Kawhi.
Steve Simmons, Toronto Sun, to your left. Since the trade was made, the question has sort of centered all over the basketball world, but certainly in this city, about whether this would be a long-term commitment for you or a one-year, one and done. How do you view your time coming in here, and do you look at this as a long-term commitment?
I look at it as a day-to-day process. Like I said, my focus is on this year, this group that I have, and striving to get to a championship. We all want to win, and if you're looking in the future, you're going to, you know, trip over the present. So this is what I'm focused on, is this year, tomorrow, and just keep going after that.
Josh.
Josh Lewinberg, TSN. First of all, welcome, guys. Kawhi, have you had a chance to speak with Kyle yet? And how do you think he can help make you a better player? How do you think you can help make him a better player?
Just experience, telling us each other like what we've both been through. Him already playing in the East, and you know, going through this schedule this season, and you know, just in my experience, you know, how we got deep in the playoffs, won championships. Danny could also help us with our conversation. That's about it. We just gotta, you know, keep asking each other questions, and once we play together, that's where you learn the most from each other.
What has this organization and Masai, what have they done to try and sell you on this city? And Masai, maybe you can answer that as well, because I think you mentioned that you would have this year to try and sell Kawhi on staying here long term. So if you could start, Kawhi, and just what has this organization done to try and sell you on Toronto?
You know, just telling me that they want to win. That's all you want from our organization. You know, just saying, just you guys having the same path and same mindset of, you know, trying to get to a certain goal.
Kawhi, how have your first meetings with Nick Nurse, how have those meetings gone? And what have you guys talked about that's kind of encouraged you about what lies ahead this season?
They've been great. Spoke to him about the offense and how we can incorporate me into it. Just seeing what I could do to make his job easier. Just bouncing ideas back and forth off each other, pretty much. Just seeing his schemes and, you know, how he thinks. That's about it. But I mean, it's a long road ahead of us, and like I've been saying, we've got to just take it one step at a time and don't skip any steps.
Well, that's that. So what did you guys think? I think it was a bunch of airbrush bull crap.
My culture is very male-dominated.
Today is everybody's media day. So it's going down today. Today represents the beginning of all boxing. I mean boxing. NBA basketball. It's the start of everything in the NBA. Yes, legendary boxer. I believe so. Can they compete with the Boston Celtics? Absolutely. They're deep. Toronto is deep. You got to remember, they were #1 in the East. Well, my thoughts on it is this. If Demar Derozan don't want to talk about the trade, then what's really there to talk about? He doesn't sound enthused to be there, but then again, he never sounds enthused to be anywhere. So if Kawhi Leonard don't want to talk about the trade, he's not there freezing everything up. I just never seen a #1 star in DeMar DeRozan choke the way he does in the NBA playoffs. I mean, literally just choke. Some people can't deal with pressure, and he is one of them. He can't deal with pressure. Bobby Brown videos rule. Thanks. Here's the thing. Kawhi Leonard has not led the San Antonio Spurs to an NBA Finals. Have not. They won the NBA Finals the very next year after he had that year where they could have won it when he missed the free throw and he improved and he won Most Valuable Player. He had a great finals against LeBron. And that made his career and that made him a superstar. But the very next year, they didn't win the title. Matter of fact, they hadn't won a title since. I'm waking up with more excitement than him. He put the lock on LeBron? Yeah, pretty much. That's when they called him the Claw. The Claw. That is like the worst name. It's the Claw. Like the NBA and they names, man. It's crazy. Well, Jimmy was excused not to be there because everybody's going to ask, man, did you hit his wife? But now let's listen to Demar Derozan. Demar Derozan is getting ready to speak to the press about him being a San Antonio Spur. So Boston's going to have a whole new set of problems. All right, let's listen to Derozan.
Oh, yeah. You know, you definitely want to be around a culture of this magnitude. You know, play with a coach of this status, one of the greatest coaches of all times. And, you know, to be honored to be wanted here, you know, is definitely a blessing.
Does being wanted here make up in a way for the hardship of having to live?
Oh yeah, yeah. You definitely want to be wherever you want it, you know, and leaving Toronto, you know, that definitely wasn't, you know, my plan, but being accepted and wanted elsewhere in a place like the Spurs is definitely is like I said, is a high honor.
In the era where guys going team to team, you're a guy that was loyal. How's that change your outlook on, you know, GMs, coaches, as far as being loyal to the player?
I mean, you got to base yourself on what you stand for, your morals. You know, you can't let nothing else kind of change you in a sense. You know, I'm gonna be me. You know, I'm gonna be loyal to what's loyal to me. You know, I'm gonna stand by whatever I believe in. You know, if I can't fault somebody else if they don't believe in it. You know, I gotta keep my mindset. You know, I can't let it change me and be a completely different person because of somebody else's decision.
A lot of fans excited about you being here. A lot of players excited about you being here. What about the transition to on the court now? Where do you see yourself, and what kind of transition do you see yourself?
I'm excited. You know, the talent of guys that's here. You've seen what they did last year. You know, being down one of their best players, and what they was able to accomplish. You know, the fight that they had with the young guys, and you know, it was just great to watch. You know, from a basketball point of view, I've always been a fan of the Spurs, just how great of basketball that was played. You know, so for me to be able to be here and kind of grow with all these guys that's here, you know, is something that I'm definitely looking forward to.
And why was you crying? He was crying when he was traded. He was, why did you do this to me? All I did is city. I be like, dude.
He's great and dominant at what he does. And, you know, I remember a couple years ago, I used to be mad when I seen he shot more mid-range shots than me. So, you know, we figured out.
You think your shots would be easier now because of
Yeah.
the system?
Yeah, I think so, without a doubt. You know, no question. I truly believe that. So that's one area where I really feel like, you know, I won't worry about the spacing because, you know, it'll be figured out.
You should average more points, right?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I just want to win. I don't care how many points I have.
Demar, I know you love Toronto, but do you realize, have any idea how important the Spurs are in this city? You know, there is no MLB team here. There is no pro football
Oh,
team.
no,
So do you realize what a big thing?
Oh, yeah, I definitely understand. You know, I grew up in Los Angeles. I was a Laker fan, you know, so I remember watching every Spurs battle and, you know, seeing the support, the push. I remember watching every single championship series, you know, so you definitely got a feel and understanding, you know, from being an outsider looking in, seeing the love and the push that they got from Texas, you know. So now being in this position, kind of can make a mark and be in that same position is awesome.
So Mark, what can you tell us about Jakob?
Jakob, hell of a player. One of the toughest big men I ever played with. Agile, runs the floor, protects the rim. Probably set one of the hardest screens that I ever felt, especially for a young guy. You know, and his IQ for the game is definitely high. You know, I think just being here, being under Pop, being under a new situation, I think, you know, you're definitely going to get a chance to see him thrive at a high level. So he's definitely one of them guys that, you know, I even told Pop that I was high on, and I was high on him in Toronto. You know, so it's great to be here with him as well, and for fans that don't know him, get the chance to see his game.
Have you seen Angry Pop yet?
On TV, yeah.
Are you mentally prepared for that?
Yeah.
He's been hard on everyone. He's hard on
No, that's
everyone.
fine. That's fine. That's fine. Like, I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all, honestly. So I got a warning that I'm gonna get it eventually. You know, so.
They gave you the warning.
You know that's real. Oh yeah. No, I can see it. I don't mind it at all.
Who gave you the warning?
A couple guys gave me one.
Want to see a different Demar this year? Or the same guy who's going to get Toronto making all-star games, going off 30, 40 points? Or is this because it's the biggest challenge of your career?
This is already better than in Kawhi Leonard putting everybody to
I
sleep.
always thrive myself on coming back better. You know, I think that's my track record. Hey, baby. Excuse me, man. Yes, sir. Yep. Yeah, I got through it. What was the question?
I mean, you're going to go harder this year because of what happened. This
Oh, yeah. I mean, every year, I always trying to find something that pushed me.
Powell Gasol showed up, and he just gave Powell a hug.
This time around, it's probably been my biggest test of motivation that I could thrive off. So, for me, I always come back better. That's always been my mindset. I work my butt off in the summertime, harder than I did the previous summer. So for me, that's my only option. Come back better, come back, make sure I can help us win. You know, that's my goal.
Did you circle those 2 dates?
Without a doubt, it was every day was circled, but that one got like extra 2 circles.
Man, he circled them dates
honestly,
on Toronto.
Probably
extra.
The day I seen it, I thought it was fake. I seen it on Instagram, and I was at my camp. I think my cousin sent it to me or showed me, and I was like, man, who drew this? I mean, who photoshopped this? And I was like, nah, it's in San Antonio, and I didn't think it was real. So later on, it went viral, and you know, it was one of the things where it's like, damn. Because at that time, I hadn't came to San Antonio yet. I hadn't been here. So to see that, it really gave me I don't know, it gave me one of the feelings to where it's like, damn, they love me like this already? Or, you know what I mean? It gives you that extra hunger to want to go out there and do something for the fans and make them feel better than I felt in that moment.
Did you accept?
All right. Now, my thoughts on this is quite simple. Nothing out of the ordinary for me. He was very transparent. He talked about how he felt about the situation. And it's funny that he's got a logo from a company called Frost on his Spurs jersey, figuring that he's defrozen. And he's got Frost on his jersey. That's going to speak volumes. Oh, I'm not kidding. Frost. That's Iceman right there. That's Olaf. Demar Derozan. Now, he's improved every year. And the thing is he's a great regular season player. Great regular season player. But when it comes to the off season, I don't know what it is. It's a brain freeze. He doesn't have a left hand. I hope he improved on that and learned how to finish with his left and have an idea what he wants to do when he gets towards the basket and how to deal with these brain freezes. His mental illness is why. Didn't I tell you? I told you today's a sports day. If anybody wanted me to get back on the sports thing, today was going to be a sports day. If you saw that Conor McGregor live stream, I already told you, today's going to be a sports day. So get ready. How did I spot the frost? I mean, it's about as big as the Spurs logo. Frost. And he's going to be, my cold feet are back. When them playoffs start. Do I have the Bulls making the playoffs? Well, sure. I hope they play and get there when they buy tickets and stuff and they can arrive wherever the playoffs may be. And, you know, that it's somewhere close that they can buy the tickets to go. What is Frost? I have no idea. Maybe it's his nickname. What's up, Frost? He should be able to answer more points. But let me get ready to shut this down, because when we come back, guess who it is? We're going to do the LeBron. So let's get ready. You ain't going to want to miss that one. I can tell you that right now. You ain't going to want to miss that one.